They're technically on duty and ready to test you if you get too close.
I didn't have these people arrested so they could sit around and soak up tax dollars. Hurry up.
All right, all right. Don't get your pleated pants in a bunch.
Finally got me. Are we tying people up? This one I do anything.
Quinn, move them along. The next group of recruits is set to arrive any minute.
You got it, boss. You can't outrun a bullet. Believe me, I've tried. All right, stop! Game over! Game over! Now get out of here!
Quinn, what are you doing? I need recruits.
Oh, boss, these knuckleheads will never make the cut. Next batch! Send in the next set of meat bags!
One more round like that, and you might have trouble finding your pretty little pigtails and the rest of your head.
That's how you heal PvP. You know, it's annoying, but that's kiting 101. Like, I just kite until my soda gets up. Anybody else want to join? We can do some 2v2s. I think, what's his name get back on, but I mean, if y'all want to group up, and we could probably do 4s and 5s. I've tried to tell y'all, I mean, it's good for PvE too. But it allows me, while in combat, to get the fuck away from y'all. I can just lunge away. It works if you're flight, though. Like, flight is probably the best for it. Because I can just look up in the air and just lunge straight into the air. But I'm good at PvP. That's what I do. I'll be trying to tell y'all stuff, and I'll be just talking out the side of my neck. Even if they flight, they not catching me, because if they lunge at me, I block, boom, they fall to the ground. And then I like to hide. I'll get behind objects so that nobody can block break me. I'll try to, at least. But send me a group invite, and let's try to do 4s. Minimalist, stay in tank role, bro. Like, your DPS is too squishy for right now. You got a better shot in tank role. Just don't make it look like you're squishy. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, damn, he's... Maybe we get a good one, maybe we don't. But I like to do Ace Chemicals, Temple, and Bell Reeve. But Del Reed, bro, that's my baby right there. Cause I'm annoying, and sometimes like if you got a pull in your loadout, you can slingshot pull them into the guards, and the guards will like KO them. He'll shoot them if they don't have a shield. So if you have like a pull in your loadout in there, bruh, just slingshot pull them to the guards. Those are free kills. I had to put Sowell in my loadout for the 2v1. I wasn't trying to use the. I'm gonna put the pull back in my soul siphon. But if you like ever want that work in 1v1, you can play me in 1v1s. Like I said, ain't gonna make it easy for you. Especially if you have that little agenda where you gotta kill a healer in arenas. You're not gonna kill me very easily. Like the only healer that can really tank in PvP though right now is water. I got a celestial healer too that I can use. It's pretty good. I was working on him before PvP queues kind of just started falling off a little bit. It's like right now all you can do is 1v1s. Try to figure out if I can get we can get us a fourth one. It'll probably. I'm thinking either we can, like, if the league does it, like if everybody in the league is down, just have like a day where you do PvP, and then just everybody in the league queues PvP. Our queues would go up like instantly because there would be another full group. Obviously, you'd need a full group, but it was supposed to be today, man. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like Don just like he keeps going away. It's like he wants to do it, but here we are, and we're not really doing it. If I can get you a little bit better and get you those dual wheels, like you can heal like me, I'll start getting on my troll. But I need you to be like me. Like, don't die. And get you another weapon. Hand blasters ain't it. But I need you to kind of do what I do. Like, when push come to shove, I was playing with him last night. Like, I don't know. How do you leave on accident? You had to put some thought into it. This little kitty just, you gonna fall, buddy? But ultimately, like if I can get y'all to where y'all can take two, go into a sync Q 2v1 and do like I did, that's when you know you're ready. I just do that to warm up. Make sure I still got it. Because as a healer, you have to be able to do a 2v1. Reason why is because if you go in there, we go in fours, you're going to be targeted. As a DPS, you have to be able to take 2-on-1 because you're going to get targeted. So that's what I do. Now, as a tank, you really not going to get focused at all. Like, that's why I told you to go tank role. If anything, once they realize there's two healers, it probably might take some slack off Blackout, but most of the time there's two healers, they'll start looking for something else. And don't use ionic drain, bro, unless they're about dead, bro. Like, I noticed you doing that way too much. Because if you pair the ionic drain with the final ruin together, oh my god, it's knockout. I kept fucking you up with final ruin, and I'm gonna catch you slipping. Not if you in tank role. You a little bit. You had a little bit more viability. I didn't start fucking with you until you lost a counter mechanic. Well, once I feel like I got a counter mechanic, they not gonna come after you in a two healer group, bro. I promise you. They'll try. Yo, Store, did you want a PvP? Oh, we got on Scale. Scale, you want a PvP, bro? He gadgets too. Let me see. That'll give us a troll if he joins. If he wants to PvP. Hold up.
What are we doing?
We're doing arenas.
We're doing what?
Arenas. PvP.
Arenas? Oh
Yeah.
shit, dude! I don't got no more gear, but you know what? I carry y'all. Let me go. Let me go respect.
Okay. Let me tell you how to respec real quick, because arenas is a little bit
Oh
different
no, don't
than
worry. I know how to spec for PC. I mean PvP. I'm playing motherfucker. I was in there before now. Trust me. Scrims. Trust me. I'm true to this. I just ain't got the
you.
gear.
You're aware you're of the caps. You need more base damage than crits.
Yeah.
Like just only spec just to get your tree down, and then just spec for your base stats. Don't over trump certain stats. Balance it out. Whatever
Oh
you
yeah, I
got.
know.
Get your Dom, Resto, Health, Precision, Might, Resto. Just balance it out. Once you go in there, if you're like a support role, you get buffed.
Okay, let me go to my troll. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I ain't PvP in how many years? Oh man, it's been a while.
And if we can't get the fours to queue, we can at least queue 2v2s and match up against each other. And,
We
you
just
know,
okay.
and we'll just pick teams and try to help people out.
Well, ISIS Ace Chemicals, perfect. Bell Rev, oh yeah, you know your shit.
I like death matches, preferably.
Okay, let me
Control
go
node
to.
matches are more for tanks, to be honest. Like if you go
I'll
into
tell
a
you something real
5v,
quick.
huh?
I'm gonna go. I'm dumb as fuck. I'm so stupid. I just did it wrong already. I'm gonna change. No, I ain't gonna change problems. Go mental. I can beat people up as. Dude, I gotta re-get one-on-one gear again.
It says you have 101. You might be in your
Yeah,
bank.
like once you hit that PvP CR, it's just never gonna go down because it's you feel me? Like if you were to delete your gear, you'll still be able to queue anything.
Ah,
Yeah, I PvP like a long time ago, even early
The
revamp of
monitor keeps
Scrim, AE8
detailed
Scrim.
databases on everything within the
gosh, I was a
multiverse.
part of
Those
the
files
original
are conditionally
5v5
available
groups
by his prerogative only.
before the kids started taking over the chat.
I was one of the muted warriors though. I ain't gonna mic up because I ain't want nobody to hear that I was a kid.
Nah, I was in some of the original league, Soldiers of Light. Um, when that was real big, me and Ace One was partners.
I was in a league called Pull Up. I was in all the good ones. The only bitch I don't like on this game, Brittany. Fuck that thought.
Oh, bro, she's never beat me in arenas. Like she matched up with me like 5 times, and then one time she had Spittle in her group, and Spittle stopped playing after that. After that match where I slapped his ass, he tried to run up on me on his tank, and I fucking hit him with that cross weapon combo, and then right into the final ruin, and he just logged out, and I never seen him log back in again. Next thing you know, he's no longer the creative director of DC Universe. I was like, bro, that was epic. And Brittany was Celestial at that time for PvP.
So that's it. Before this shit, PvP used to be amazing.
Celestial's still a good power, especially for PvP. You know, let's get that. It gets that explosive damage shield, cursed blessing, and then you put the blessing on top of it after.
Damn.
I said I'd probably give it maybe 10 minutes. If a Q doesn't pop, we'll just do 2v2s. And then just make sure that we're queued for the same one so we match up against each other. And we'll swap teams up too. That way it's fair. So we won't just always go in with
How
the
about
same.
wait? Well, both y'all healers and me and him don't have gear. He's a tank. I'll beat the fuck out of him. So let me see. Let me get lightning.
You sure you want lightning?
Sorcery. Yeah. I'll take lightning.
Okay.
No, no. Don't get mad when you start losing. Be like, oh, what the fuck, scale? You beat my ass. I'm like, I didn't want to do this. I just came to help. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to get mad because we winning and stuff. So let's just be fair. We'll switch teams.
That's fine. I'm just saying, you know, you're in for a rude awakening, huh? Damn, my inventory filled. All right, let me got so much random shit.
Are y'all leaving? Or y'all want us to leave?
Car got on, we can do fives.
Wait, Don's here. Don.
But I doubt anybody's queuing fives and shit. We can't even get a fours to queue.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's getting fives, dude.
So we could do 2v2s. Well, there's a lot of people. Okay, Dying can get on, we'll do 2v2s. And unless anybody else wants to join. We get one more to join, we'll probably do fours, but alright, so you got lightning. I'm gonna invite Don.
Is Lightning here?
He's in your group. Alright, so I want y'all to queue Batcave 2v2.
Dominance makes your shield stronger, doesn't it?
Yeah, but most of that
You
is
said
kind of,
Batcave 2v2?
yeah, Batcave 2v2.
Oh yeah, I'm finna beat it. I
That's
ain't gonna
what
listen
you,
to no
that's,
music because
that's what you think.
this gonna be my first PvP match in a minute with no gear. You know, wait, hold on, let me go. How much do I got real quick? Fly. Can I buy a weapon? I got 261. I can't do nothing. I need to go buy a breakout trinket though. I don't got 5 fucking 100.
You,
You know,
you can
I'm
get
finna
a
go to
cheap one.
Gotham.
You gotta spend
I'm finna go get
500 on
the
one.
level.
You could go down and get the cheapest one.
Yeah, I'm finna go get the level 26 one. I could just spend money and get it.
Y'all better make
See,
sure
that's
y'all
what we
got
used to
y'all.
do. That's what we used to do back then. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't got that? Just get this real quick. I'm gonna beat the fuck out you, though. That's all I'm gonna say. No hard feelings. I know you're my league mate, but I'm about to open up a can of whoop ass.
Uh,
We queue, so whenever y'all ready.
Buddy said he was gonna beat me. Oh
Oh, we got some queuing
yeah.
up.
Cute. Press X. Press X. Press X. Quickly, quickly, quickly before some randoms join. Did y'all press it? Yo, did both of y'all press it?
I'm about to. My bad. I'm buying that thingy. No, we're not gonna. You're not gonna get another queue. Don't worry. You really
Yeah,
want your
but
ass whooped.
you'd be surprised. You gotta make sure you press it together so we know we get in the same queue. I gotta teach Don how to spec too. He wanna do PvP so bad. I don't think he know. I gotta give him the specs.
Oh, I put him on. I put a nigga, man. Especially he fire.
Oh yeah, we linked up. Ranked match, let's go. Good luck.
Bad luck. I don't even need it. You need it.
Okay. Have fun
Well, let's
trying to
go
kill
fuck him
me.
up. Let's go
Have
show him something real quick.
have fun trying to kill me.
Come on, Lightning. Oh, I got the wrong shit on.
Thanks for bringing that to me.
You're welcome. I debuffed him. If you hold circle on them, it breaks their gear, and well, it ain't gonna break
Well,
gear no
you
more. They
can't
just
break
spawn
gear
slower.
anymore, I think.
Yeah, I forgot. I had the wrong shit on. Why I have the pressure shirt on my shit? I'm supposed to be looking at these mines.
Fine, squishy, you gotta get some gear.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Now I want a PvP. Come on now, you don't even want a PvP.
Get the healer, Don. Get lightning, bro. He got a hand blaster. Use that shit against him.
Ching.
Yeah, I want to kill that troll. I promise you're not gonna kill me, bro. You can try.
Oh boy. I remember so much, man. I used to be beating niggas up. They like, goddamn, so do stop hitting me. I'm like, no, you shut up. You know, there's a feat to knock out turrets, by the way, Don. If you want to kill the turrets. There's a feat to kill off turrets. Like, not kill them all, but you gotta destroy a certain amount. Your own shit.
Lucky he has a battery. You're wasting your time, bro. You're not killing me. Donald, you gotta feed. Come on, bro. You're gonna have to try harder than that if you want to kill me. The node, Don, you get the node like 10 times in one match, bro. You get a feed. Step on it and step off of it. You know, they're trying to gank me and shit. Aha, y'all couldn't kill me.
We win? Oh, we won.
Yeah, the match is over.
Then they show it. Wow, PvP much easier. It used to take a long time for motherfuckers to get killed. That was just different. Probably because I'm playing dually.
Nah, they're like controller debuffs are like controllers are like OP and PvP, bro. They debuff everybody, even tanks. They kind of took the balance away. Used to be tanks used to be able to kind of make
I
controllers.
mean, but that's fair. I feel like that's fair.
Not really, to be
I mean,
honest.
debuffs. There's a debuff.
I mean, yeah, but it basically neutralizes any role. It gives you the advantage against everything, and nothing has an advantage against you. But you know, it's fine. Don, I'm gonna teach you how to spec for it. We got to get you some gear though. There's a feat in there if you get captured a node and then get off of it. And you do that 10 times in one match, you get a feat. If y'all let him do that, just let him capture it and get off it 10 times so he gets his feet. That'd be cool.
Go ahead.
Y'all can try to catch me if y'all can.
I'm gonna rebound all this. Yo, I'm gonna be beating motherfuckers up. Fuck all this open shit.
Let's do Ace Chemicals this time.
Ace Chemicals? Okay, bet. Let me switch my loadout back out because I don't know why the fuck it was built like my pussy.
Well, the only thing is doing 4 is it would have to be league versus league because we were queued for 4s and nothing was
Yeah, ain't
popping.
nobody gonna cute it.
So like we would have to do it as a league until I guess PvP gets an update maybe.
Where do you get PvP gear from in here now? In the Watchtower. Not the
Watchtower.
but off the league.
That that desolated area that nobody goes to anymore. Go one with the tree. It's the opposite of the one with the trees. I think the one with the Superman.
These are the styles, but where are the fucking...
Dun, dun. Map. War. They really just killed the watchtower, didn't they?
Yep.
Now we do fours, bro. I'm gonna get on my other tune. For real. But I gotta teach you how to heal and not die. You gotta be able to kite and shit. Like your fives loadout will be a little bit different.
You gotta learn how to catch BBs and not give them. You gotta catch blues. You gotta learn.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do against y'all. That's why y'all couldn't get me.
Y'all queued up?
Now we are on our end. But these are the PvP vendors right here. Over in the watchtower.
Each piece of enhanced battle armor is available in
You got the
multiple combat modes
Archangel.
and customizable colors.
Yeah, we queued up. You said Ace Chemicals. I'm queued up for Batcave. I'm such a dumb bitch.
Ace Chemical 2v2. That way it'd be a little fair because there's two nodes. And to be fair for Don, go DPS. So, make it a fair match because he didn't stand a chance. It's like
I gotta get 5,000 to buy a weapon, bro. No, I'll just start off cheap and get my pussy wet.
which one? Oh, you can start off on the last one.
I'm just gonna get like the small shit, but I'm gonna get the big shit because I don't want to be
Hello,
getting gear. I'm going
combatant.
straight for the other gear.
The authorized number of
Get
training
the dual wield, bro. Dual wield is money.
I might get shit. I like shield.
You think? I like the dual wield lunge though for like lunge kiting. It's just, and it's also got the longest range lunge.
Queue up lightning blackout.
Get more people in the league, then we can do fours. Fours are a little bit funner. Because then you can find out who knows what and who needs help. But I promise you get good at PvP, it'll make you better in PvE by a long shot. You start, especially if you tanking, bro, like you'll get better at winning counters. Like you got to be able to target lock on someone that's ranging you while getting counters on someone that's lunging you. Like you got to be focused on two, three things at one time. And then if you see someone ranging you, you lunge him and then get away from him. Like let someone else worry. Like you're not gonna sit there and face fight someone the whole game because you take too much damage in PvP, and shields aren't like they're good, but they're not like strong in there. So they'll only give you like a little bit of resistance, and you know.
I got a back cave to you.
No, we're just doing ace chemicals right now.
I guess it's accepted.
That was a rough start. I wasn't really prepared.
Yeah, he went troll. I mean, there's nothing you could do. Like trolls are overpowered.
Oh, but Don.
What?
No, I had left it. I don't know if you see my chat, my message in the chat. In
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah. It was by accident.
That wasn't purpose.
Yeah, hey, I'm not easily offended. So.
Yes, all right, thank God. I was like, no, should I left? I don't know what I was doing to accidentally do that. I think I was trying to fucking I was looking at shit and I'm like I can promote people, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. They just
Promoted
said, "Oh
yourself
shit,"
to
and
leave the league.
I went to go to work. I don't know what to do when I get back. You know,
Man,
I was gonna kick somebody. I was like, I can promote.
I didn't think I gave you that power. I didn't think I
Yeah,
put you in
nah,
that.
it was just lighted out. It was just lighted up, like you know, when it's bold and white.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's only, well, only one person can kick.
and that's
Nobody
me.
can be. Yeah, okay. That's me.
That's what I
All
just
right,
said.
so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Only
so
the
they gotta.
Don. Only
Hey,
the
focus the
Don.
healer. Focus the healer.
Huh?
Oh, I was in my pure tank role. I have my semi PvP load out on now. It's a little different.
All right, so Don, PvP, you basically have to
You just want
have
to spam.
like
You
in
want
a
to say
node
that.
match,
Don't get off the
you're
node. Just get
basically
don't
just
get
trying to
don't get off
stay
the node.
alive. You're just gonna heal.
He's gonna sit back there.
If we're doing a node
Block.
match, you're
She's launching you. Don't give him blues.
try not
Just stay
to.
on the node with her and fight her. I'll fight him.
I'm so confused at who I'm supposed to be fighting.
This is stupid.
Where y'all at?
What are y'all doing? I thought we were queuing up for something.
Should be.
I don't have a whole lot of time. My wife is on her way home, and then we're gonna have dinner and watch a movie and relax. So, don't have the most amount of time. How are you guys in the back cave? I'm not even in the back cave.
No, you died. Damn, these niggas suck. We
Oh,
got
they
it.
queued
You just
back
got a
cave.
queue. Yeah, I forgot to take out back cave. I had at back cave and ice chemicals. We just never got it.
Oh, y'all getting y'all a little
Oh,
match
what's
in.
going on?
Getting y'all a little warm
What
up
does bitch
match
think she
in.
good now?
The lightning
You
needs
just
to
stay over
work.
there and fight her, and I'm gonna get him.
Lightning need to practice. Lightning, you gotta be range. Like let Scale hold the node because they're gonna have to come to him if they want to win, and he can debuff them. So you're basically gonna do what I did, just kind of hover around like a hawk. Just watch it around. You ain't gotta sit down there.
Oh,
Oh,
he left.
Oh,
No way.
he must have DC'd.
did he really?
Yeah, he must have DC'd.
Well, that's what happens.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
somebody
run.
this weekend.
I'm gonna have to run a few matches with you, Scale.
I
These
asked
people
the
think
question
they
in
good.
Spanish and everybody left.
Huh.
Racist.
Yeah. What were you guys doing when I disappeared for a little bit? Because I had to run down to the bank.
We were
Watching my
queuing
dog.
against each other.
Oh, okay.
Let me him one.
Got too excited. I was waiting for you to come back.
Oh man, you're gonna be disappointed when I tell you I probably only have 20 minutes, tops.
Lord have mercy.
That's
To be
okay.
off for the night.
I get just as excited to see you again next time.
Yeah, you can hold my hand.
Oh, bro, that's way too far, bro. That's sus.
No, do we really have to rehash what was sus today? I mean, nobody else was on
Yeah.
at 9 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, we have to rehash. That was holding your hands way more sus than whatever we've talked about all day.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you did. Remember right before the server went down at 8?
These bitches are not good. This nigga is just like you're just getting help. Man.
Hey Don, I'm gonna duel you, but weapons only. All right, no powers. We're gonna work on counters.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, fight.
This bitch
One shot, I'm done.
And this dumbass thought bitch thinks she good because you got a 99 PvP gear and getting your ass beat, but you cheating with a fucking electric tank and
That's the one I
an
get
electric.
stuck on a lot. How'd you block that one?
Lose. Good job, Don.
Forgot that PvE gear hits hard as fuck.
Do you want me to take off my PvP
Where
stuff?
y'all at?
It's got a lot of health and stuff. I forgot.
I can drop down to 30. Or as close as it'll let me. Alright, I'm at 30 with 0 gear on. I guess I should at least have a weapon, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a weapon because you gotta practice your counters.
1. Fight.
Is there another way to counter other than just holding block?
Lunge.
Oh. So if I'm blocking and I lunge, I fall. If someone's there blocking and I lunge, I fall.
Those are ice chemicals.
Did theirs pop too?
They put me in the same group with these guys. Probably don't even realize. They're asking something else in Spanish. Watch them leave again.
Invite me to the group. Where y'all at?
Are we in the
I'm
watchtower?
on a raid.
You win.
It's a good way to get practice in. Because sometimes those bosses, like, probably already know, like, they'll lunge, they'll do this first to make you block break, and then they'll lunge you.
Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times. But I don't really know what the counter is to that.
All right, so what I do is when I see them block, I don't block. All right, I wait for them to come to me, and then see if they lunge, and if I see the lunge animation, then I block. It's like reactive. Sometimes you could put like a pet or something in front of you, and it'll screen block the lunge. So like if they lunge, they can't go through the pets and shit. Like it'll kind of screen them off from lunging you.
Well, hold on, wait. Do me a favor. Okay, well, you probably already know about this, but do me a favor. Hold on. Stop what you're doing, Don. Hold triangle, and when you hold triangle, there should be like an icon that looks like this should just be like a circle with the middle, like the aiming logo. And then when you press square, hold square, it's the fist. So that means just let you know that if they hold triangle and they throw the BB, that's the block break, they're vulnerable. So you should launch them while you see the icon. I don't know if you see the blue icon. You see the blue icon above you?
Probably has it off. All right, so see that blue icon?
Oh, I do see it on you. Okay.
That means you lunge.
Oh. Hold on. Okay. So
Now,
if I see a blue icon,
I only use that like if I'm all right. So the only time you'll see me use that is like if I'm in a face fight duel where there's just like a bunch of blocking.
1. Fight.
Like we're just dueling, right?
Right.
Like in PvP, like that's the only time I'll use that because it'll be fast. But other than that, it's slow. All right. So if you're just face fighting, PvP is a tap game. All right. See, I can like if you're blocking, like whole block. Watch, I can literally tap square the whole time. As long as I release it, I will not give you a counter immunity, and then I can just throw you off.
Oh.
So you see how fast I got out of that block when you did it? That's why I don't use that version too much against someone that's quick at it. You know, someone that can release it. You have that window even after you come out. Notice how when I come up, I still have that like half second window where you can still block break me. So like when I stand up, do the block break, you should still get the counter. You'll have that window. You must be okay. Scale, are you cute? Or your partner left? Who else wants to? Who else can? Got done. See if Rolling or Nasaro or Damon wants to play. Or you want to join our group and then just kind of cross our fingers for fours? It's gonna be tough in a fours group, but. Look, buddy. Did he go AFK?
So what's the counter to like the basic blocking or the basic taps? Like
All right.
Like how do
I'm gonna give you the other one. This is where you use your powers, and then if you understand what your powers are and what they do. Let me get out of combat real quick. Like some powers have built-in mechanics that stun. So you're in a fight where someone, knows what they're fucking doing. This is where you'll need powers that stun. So like we're in a tap battle. I can stun you and take that away.
Oh, so in the tap battle you use what you got as a stun.
Like something like that one right there.
Yeah, that's the one lightning kept hitting me with.
Yeah, it'll like it's good. Like if they try to kite you or have something in your loadout that is going to either stun or force them to use a breakout, so on and so forth. Like once they use their breakout, it's going to take power from them. So if you get them to use enough of their power breaking out, then they're going to start being vulnerable. And then the next thing you know, they're going to drink their soda. So once they drink their soda, you got that cooldown of that soda to burn them down before it comes back up.
So would that be one of the things I'd be kind of looking for? Like if we're in a tap battle, and I just hit that.
Yeah, something to knock down, juggle. Now every map is going to require something different. All right, so you got your control node maps, you got your death node maps, and then you have your objective maps. All right, the objective maps, for instance, would be like the city safe houses. Every type of match you're doing is going to require a different type of build. Okay, so death matches, obviously, I can run it like I'm doing 2v2 or 1v1. even as a healer, I'm running a 35%. That way, if your health
Right,
gets
'cause
low,
that's just trying to kill them.
yeah, because that's ultimately what you're doing. You're not sitting there trying to just heal everybody, because what you're going to do if everybody's full health? I mean, you're wasting pounds.
Yeah, you just wait.
I don't like, and besides, everybody got their soda. Drink your soda. Everybody got shield. Everybody should have a shield.
Now, would you do because I'm fire, would you do like the hard light shield that does the mitigation, or would I use one of my regular power
And
shields?
I've seen people stack, like, for control node maps. I've seen people just put shields on top of shields on top of shields, like just load it up.
Okay.
Like, now obviously you want to have your tank mechanic that heals you and stuff active as well. Whatever 2-3 powers that you need for that to work, use that. But go ahead and stack you like 2 or 3 shields in there if you can, if you're just playing control node maps. Now, if you're doing, like, let's say we're doing Belle Reve, I would suggest you have a pool in your loadout, because you got those 4 security guards in there that you can slingshot people to, and it'll get an automatic kill.
Yeah, see, I've never done more than just the 1v1 or the 2v2 layers.
Okay, yeah, 4v4
So I don't
is
really know
fun.
what these other maps are like.
4v4 is fun. Star Labs has like 3 control node maps, but you got to do like a lot of flying around.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember. I love Watchtower Containment as a deathmatch for 5v5. Like, if you ever get enough league members on, we should definitely do that. Or even if we don't, like, we can queue. Like, I can show you these maps. Like, if ain't nobody else on, we can do a sync queue. Scale, you still on? Mic check, mic check.
I am gonna have to get off here because everybody's home. So we'll
You
continue this conversation.
got like
next time.
5-10 minutes. I can show you these maps.
I really shouldn't. I want to. I definitely want to.
How about I show you?
Another day.
How about I show you at least 2 of these maps before you go?
All right, how long is that gonna take?
Not long.
Can we queue them up as solos?
All right, so all I got to do is send you a scrum, accept the scrum, and then I'm gonna show you the map. Is busy right now. Oh no, we got to get out of the duel.
We gotta get out of the duel.
You win.
Oh, I lost.
How?
I don't know.
I don't need the dual feats. All right, so you accept that. Then I'm gonna put the queue up.
How'd you do that?
We're gonna do 4v4. So I'm gonna show you. Actually, we'll do 5v5. I'm gonna show you Watchtower Containment. It's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
Why is there 2 Watchtower Containment facilities?
There's also 2 of the moons.
Like, why?
Legends. Because one gives you marks of legends and one gives you
Oh,
marks of valor.
okay, yeah, I got
That's what it
you.
is. It's like
So
safe house rescue and recovery.
We're doing Valor, all right. So you just accept that, and I'm gonna show you. This is the match we used to do. This is what 5v5 chat was built on.
Oh, they keep sending me invites to that, but I don't take it. I already have enough chats on my thing that I need to scroll through when I'm changing things.
5v5 used to be good. All right, so pretty much you're gonna spawn in this area. There's nothing really, it's good for kiting if you need to. Like, you can come into these back rooms and kind of just, escape people that are chasing you. So when the map opens up, it's gonna open all the doors. All right, it's gonna be the door.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be the door on the bottom, the door on the top. Both of them are gonna open up. All right, so you have all this room. It's a lot of room that you can go. Now, most of the matches will be like right here in the center, and then if you need to kite, most of the time people go behind these pillars. But most of the matches, like I said, they'll happen like right here. And then you just kind of push them back. Typically, healers, you want them, if they can fly, good. You know, if they can't, if they can be at least ground themselves, then you just can kind of be like in a tucked area where they can, you know, they can't be seen. Like me, I used to be healing like right here, bro. Like, you can't see me. I'm just chilling. But this is a fun map for death matches, 5v5. Definitely, if we can get, you know, people on in the league, we can do like at least maybe a 3v3 scrim or whatever, and try these maps out. I'm gonna show you the next one. We'll go ahead and leave. Go to on duty and leave. And I'll show you the next one. I can actually show you the 8v8s too, if you want. There's one that you got to play like a football game. It's kind of crazy because you got to deal with like the NPCs and stuff. You ever done Arkham?
No.
All right, let me show you Arkham real quick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've only really ever played PvE, except for the little bit I jumped into PvP just to start practicing. That was only like a month ago.
All right, so this map is basically going to be like that section of Arkham where you go into the prisoners area. Have you ever done
Yeah.
like the Arkham Asylum mission in PvE, where you have to come through the freeze and all that shit to go into each wing?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Hold up, I forgot to send you a scrimmage. Scrimmage. Now this one has like barrels and stuff in it. It's got like explosive barrels, healing barrels. It's got a lot of weird stuff in it. It's got if you win, like get all the switches at every terminal, you get the advantage of controlling the middle. It'll give you like the clown nose, or it'll give you like scarecrow or something like that you can use in the middle to basically just obliterate the opposing team from controlling the middle. In most of these control node maps, you control the middle, you control the game.
Right. It won't let me queue.
There it is.
Now it did.
All right, so one of us is going to be on the hero side, one of us is going to be on the villain side. And immediately out in front of you, there's going to be your first checkpoint. All right? And it's going to be a little alt wing. And then if you immediately cut to the inside, you take the first turn, it'll go straight to the middle, which is the key point.
Now you can view materials.
Huh?
Now you can view materials. That's pretty sick.
What are you saying is pretty sick?
I said now you can view materials, bro.
Oh yeah.
You get to see what they look like before you buy them.
So turn
I'm
right.
gonna show you all of them real quick.
Enabled. Central guard post.
About time to edit that. Shit, it only took them 20 years.
Boiler room control.
So this will be, this right here is the Ivy wing, I think. All right, so if you control the terminal here, what's going to happen is it's going to put a large NPC in here. It's going to give like the overgrowth or whatever, and he'll basically hold this point. Now, obviously, he's not going to be like stronger than us, but he'll be able to hold it down long enough so you can get back to it if someone's trying to control it. Then you'll come down here. And now sometimes over here there'll be like some barrels, like damage barrels and stuff. Not so much important. I mean, you could trap someone in there and it's cool, but the main part right here is the middle.
Enabled.
Now, you see how they keep saying, like, Scarecrow release? Alright, so this is the Scarecrow release.
Enabled.
Obviously, the Joker release is better. Alright, so you come over here, you hit the Joker release. Then he's going to spawn Joker for my side. Whoever spawns it, he's going to put that big monster in there. And if you go in there, he's going to swing you around. Like, go to him. Watch what he does. He's not going to kill you. Like, he's going to grab you.
Knock me off the edge.
Just go in there and watch. Like, he'll do a move where he'll grab you and spin you around in circles. He does decent damage, too. He's not bad for an NPC. So that's the Red Skull. Try to find him. There's one where he's supposed to grab you.
There he goes. Got me.
There you go. He'll grab you and spin you around in a circle. But you're vulnerable when he does that because groups can burn you down and you're pretty much done for. Damn, does he have that much health?
Yeah, he got a lot of health.
It's probably because you don't have PvP gear. I don't know.
Actually, I mean, I have some PvP gear on. I don't have a lot. Oh, actually, I did take it off, didn't I?
But in a 4v4, 5v5, a group can kind of burn him down. But he does help a lot because he'll also spawn these presents. You know, and you take these presents, throw them, and some of them will have like goons in them.
Come here, buddy.
And then the other one, like if you get the poison ivy wing, she puts the healing barrels everywhere. Like you'll have healing barrels in the middle, each wing. So between the two, I think Clown and Ivy are probably the best two. So see, here's the Ivy release. So you come down here, anytime it's Ivy release, she's always on the door. I don't touch the Scarecrow, he's ass. So you come into Ivy Wing, it's going to spawn this guy.
Yeah.
Same thing, he's fast, but look, it also gives healing barrels. Like I can just take the healing barrels, like they're everywhere. Like you come out of this wing and come up here. You see there's a healing barrel right there. Come down this side, go in the middle. Notice there's a healing barrel right there. Go to this side, there's a healing barrel in the middle. There's two healing barrels on the side that activated it. There's a healing barrel right here. And then there's a healing barrel in here. So there's a lot of stuff you can do in these matches. They can be pretty competitive. Really, control node maps will go by pretty fast if you know what you're doing, especially with your tank. Usually, like my strategy is I'm taking the tank or a controller, either or, a controller with stealth, and immediately shoot to the villain side and capture their node. That is the first thing that you do if you have either one of those roles. And then you want your healer and your DPSs to go straight to the middle. And then if you have a fourth or fifth person, they're going to go ahead and capture the node at our base, and then they're going to proceed to come to the middle. Like, I got a strategy for every map. But when you get back, I'll show you the rest of them.
Yeah. Probably won't be until later this week, but yeah. So, alright. Talk to you all later.
Alright.
Have a good night.
Alright, love you.
Deuce. You kitty. You always hungry. You want to eat the cat food. You want to eat the wet cat food. Wow. Trying to get you to eat dry. Hey, you know what this is? I'm hungry. Trying to get you to eat the dry. You just get something to drink. But we'll probably get on my other two. I need to actually clear my inventory up on this one. So I got a lot of bank space here. So I got DPS gear. I was thinking about switching to heal, but it's like 287 gear. It's like all my DPS gear is like better. I still got the elite 287 pieces. Yeah, I'm not trying to level those up. Let's do that. Let's see if I can sell these base items. That's 450. I didn't realize I had that much money on my alt. You ballin'. What's Skill doing? Shit, queue it up. Sure, I know what I'm queuing first. Bat cave inner ace. karma back in my loadout. I probably, since I got a troll, shit, I'm gonna run shard. Bad karma. Ugh. I'm gonna let you get the kills, and I'm just gonna put shard on. Do I have a heal that bad karma affected enemies? So karmic suspension, weapon of destiny. I could probably use transmutate, but that's probably more for force. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna run with that. I'll be alright. Lay with the broker.
Always here with Oracle Bot when you need me. Yes, I love going out on virtual patrol with you.
So you might as well queue us for force too, just in case. Sometimes just open it all up. We're just queuing two of us, but still had the twos queued. We should be able to carry anybody. I got so many people on my friend list that got that little underscore pound sign.
Super kitty.
Kitten. What? That's how it goes, ain't it, Skill? Get about 3 or 4 matches against randoms, and next thing you know, they just stop playing. I did 1v1s yesterday, and they kept matching me up with the same rage DPS. I ended up going like 16-0 against him on kills. I made him mad, bro. I think he switched powers like at the last. Like, it's like you get into their head when you make them switch powers. Finished loading on their broker, I guess. Really trying to make. Really, I got a $10 million fucking. Going for that one. We're gonna put it in for 9. Need that. Got scale logged out. So watch me Q1s, bro, and be like, back K. I don't like Shadowlands. Give me Autumns. Give me Star Labs. Give me Temple. Give me Arkham. Bell Reeve. Boom. I don't like Pit. I like Watchtower. Arkham 5. Australia. Fortress. You'll probably give me the 1 first.
Kitty kitty. Kitty.
It's okay. You are a fat kitten, you know that? Squirm, you fall. Hold him up like Simba. Oh, Simba. Deucey. Chilling, look at him. I don't want to move. You comfortable, buddy? The kitty done made his bed in my hands. You want to play too much. That where you want to be? Chilling right there. Now I'm getting ding. Put your paw down. Ugh. Really state of this game. PvP don't queue like it used to. So you gotta do like league versus league, friend versus friend to get, your queues in. So what I am going to do is I'm actually gonna try to probably do some PvE content. Gotta do it with Kosnia. So what we gotta do now is I gotta clear my inventory. I can do this bounty run. So I got like all my lock boxes and shit. On here I got like loads and shit. Let me get this omnibus. I'm just gonna get the DPS stuff. And then we'll get it situated. I'm gonna salvage the bow. I don't use the bow anymore. I used to. Not gonna get all the prestige from it until it resets Thursday. So I'm just gonna put it in the bank for now. Oh, we got a match. Probably gonna screw me and make me play a fucking troll or a tank or something, but I'm only playing for kills. It's the only thing that matters, in my opinion, as a healer. Let's see what they got me matched up against. I do not know this person. I have not played this in 4 years. The way I feel like, as an OG, I'm not intimidated. Because the other OGs, they don't play them. So, alright, so I'm just gonna like avoid the barrels off the rip. Most people, they'll try to get barrels and stuff. They got me matched up against a tank. Let him have that. Build my combo up. You got rewarded that block ring? Okay. I'm going to play tanks. Let's stay alive. They should have gave me that counter. They should have given me that counter. Okay. So he's not going to do that. This would come down to the counter. I get that counter wrong instead. my load out, bro. All I have to do is win the counter, but just keep blocking when I want to lunge. Got that ice shield already. Bitch. How they gonna keep it? Counter. Bro, they. I should have had that window. What I do is win like 2 or 3 counters. Gotta stop doing that. Yep, you didn't beat me. For real. You did all that damage, couldn't even get a kill. About burst, not damage over time, my friend. Not killing me in PvP, man. I just kind of wish more people played. I do a couple more. Hey, I just got that. Article 4, don't hit Watchtower, Article 5. They're just gonna keep giving me 1v1s, huh? I just gotta stop doing the tap lunge because he keep blocking too much. Bruh, I ain't gonna give me a cue with nobody else. Byron Calm. What people do these days, you 1v1s. You're not gonna kill me though. Don't worry about healer barrels too early, man. First, you try to get the node. You can't really tank as a healer. You can try. And if it's 1v1, you want to just focus on winning counters. The last match is kind of. First thing, DPS with her quickly. I ain't gonna tie him up, bro. Hereby, Bruh came in with 408 gear thinking, come on, man, you gotta get some arena gear. All that shit get neutralized. I'm gonna have them rethinking their power. Came in here, got him low. Come on. Fight, bro. Fight. Get over here. Celestial's a good power too, man. You gotta have arena gear, man. You ain't coming here with that PvE shit. Especially against an OG vet like me. Just went toe to toe with a tank. Oh my god, bro. I ain't even gonna sit on a node, bro. I'm gonna let them have the node. Get PvE gear off, put the turrets on. They probably need feats anyway. Used to get those and then get the bat drones back in the day just to fuck with people. Target them enough to make a focus me. Damn. Oh, thought you was better than me. Activate all the NPCs. Build the turrets. Get the Batcave going. Let's go. These turrets. Supposed to be like 100 here. What? Yeah. These are important. Get the bad ones. Oh, the NPCs, get them, NPCs. Oh, one more. I'm gonna kill him as she got. Oh, we go get the turret now. Oh man, you know, fucking heal the turret. See if that turret will kill her. Starting a challenge, man. Why would you wear PvE gear in here? Somebody fucked around and found out. Deal with the OGs, man. I'm not gonna do, well, I'm gonna do Shadow Man. Fuck it. Wish these fours were cute back in the day, bro. Oh, fours cute, man. Yeah, PvP gear is like only good for fucking arenas. Like, it's not strong enough for open world because it doesn't give you enough. It was like only 12,500 toughness. Ooh, I got a 2v2 match. And only got like 25,000 health, so I mean it's not viable outside of arenas. It's like the arenas is the only place toughness means shit these days. Who's my little kitty cat? Deuce. But he's just chilling. How you gonna decline for something you queued up in? But yeah, it was fucking artifacts, man. Come on, man. Alright, just my little female character. I might get on my other one in a bit. Sorcery is definitely beast. Get that final room and it's over. Should look like if you ever watched fucking Dragon Ball Z, it should look like Special Beam Cannon. Oh. Just throw balls, boom, boom. Throwing High Blast everywhere. Boom. Oh shit. Okay, boom, 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 boom. What, buddy? I gotta lead you to everything. Is that what it is? I gotta lead you to water. Obviously, I can't make you drink. You know you're thirsty, but you don't. Something to drink. So obviously, to get PvP going, bro, you're gonna have to the defaults. Damn, it's already 5 o'clock.
In the morning, he'll call me at like 6 a.m. because we're on the same schedule right now, actually. I think he's doing the interview right now too. So, he wants some brotherly love. He misses me and stuff. His big brother's not next to him no more in practice, and we talk a lot.
Did y'all catch up after yesterday? Y'all's first
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he'll call me in the morning, and he actually called me. I stayed later to meet with Coach Rashad, and he had called me during the meeting. I'm like, bro, you messing up my study session, bro. You need to be studying right now.
Yeah.
But nah.
Damn, he telling on him.
We talk actually. I think he really does miss me though. He's been missing me. I can't say it loud.
A couple weeks ago, you were celebrating being drafted in the NFL, and here you are practicing for the first time in the NFL. How surreal is that, number one, and how comfortable do you feel out there?
Yeah, oh man, super surreal. Since a little kid, my dream has always been to play in the NFL. So to be able to come to the Raiders with Coach Pete Carroll, Coach Chip Kelly, Coach Chris Beatty, all these masterminds, been in the game for so long. It's going to be a great opportunity. I'm ready, to just keep diving in, keep learning, keep understanding more and more the nuance of the game, and to just keep coming out here and getting better each and every day.
Carroll talks about you want to throw everybody into the fire. There's no hand holding at all. Do you like it like that?
100%. I think it helps you grow. I kind of compare it to my freshman year at LSU, especially on a platform like that in SEC. Whenever you just get thrown in the mix, you have to mature. You have to learn much quicker. So same thing here. You don't have any time to just come out here and not know what you're doing, not play full speed. You got to come out here sharp, condition. You have to understand the game. You have to understand the playbook. I think that only matures you and gets you better. So I definitely like it.
What do you see your role like when you start out yourself this year, and you guys set goals in your mind for the rest of the year?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be whatever role the coach needs me to play. I'm here to play my role. I'm here to help the team win. It's a team first mentality. Whatever I can do to help the team win, I'm going to do. So whatever role that's carved out, and the coach wants me to do, I'm going to do to the best of my ability. Like I said, it's a team first, and I just want to go out there and help my team win as many games as possible.
What was your first impression of an NFL practice and playing under Pete Carroll?
You got to be conditioned. You got to run. Especially being a receiver, you have to be able to run all day. And I think obviously conditioning when you're on football conditioning, it's a little different. But as you practice more and more, the better you get football condition. So, like I said, I'm just excited to keep coming out here and keep learning under one of the greatest coaches ever, and keep sharpening not only my physical skill set, but my mental skill set as too.
Jack, any receivers you kind of modeled your game after or studied?
Yeah. No, there's definitely a few. I definitely like breaking down the guys like Puka, just how he doesn't dance around a whole lot. He attacks the leverage of the body. maybe give him a 1-2 or something like that. But he uses his big physical presence, his physical ability to get open, and the different guys like Chubb, just the way he understands the game, the nuance of the game, which is something I'm always going to strive to get better at each and every day through my whole career. And just different guys who run routes, some of the best route runners in the league. People like Amari Cooper and Justin Jefferson. They're just trying to, and Coach Chris Bates does a great job about that. Showing you approach people's game.
Focus on it. It's not really fantastic.
Yeah, especially with 10 years of rookie. It's easy to come out here, for example, with the southern go, if you have a curl, if you're blocking backside. It's more about understanding different revenues, understanding what you're doing, and taking it a step further, understanding like the nuance of the game, knowing what to attack. A big thing is knowing how to get open and when to do it. A double move might work great. Someone go might work great against, saying go against cover through, get to the right, but that might not work well. Against cover 4 or cover 2. So different things like that. It's just as I go, especially I got college man, what a great coach we have in this building, just learning more and more from them, really sharpening my mindset. Well, not my mindset, but my mental around the game. That's how you last. That's how you become a good player. It's what it is for
Lots of guys who are still going back to the league for the club though. And now it's still you can see how good like yourself. He's kind of a big, tough guy, ball guy. And what did that mean for your coach? Good coach. You kind of learned to be that type of thing.
It was amazing. Coach O was one of my favorite coaches I ever got to play under. Obviously, defensive-minded coach. I definitely took away a lot of things, like mindset, hard work, determination, a bunch of things like that. I was speaking for everybody on those things. Come through a brick wall for Coach O. If you ask him in a second, I know there's some things. So, but one of the main things I took from is really like the passion. Coach O loved the game. He came in there every day ready to work. And that's another thing. I think if you want to be great, not only a great player, but a great teammate. You really got to be passionate and love the game. So, I took Coach O.
High one goal, so I had kind of process of kind of analyzing what you are, like thinking of how they're looking at the floor, like helping you say that this is kind of thing as a goal and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely been, like you said, a lot of ups and downs, highs, lows and lows, quite literally. But I think it's about taking it one day at a time. Not keeping my faith. All my faith is in God. That's able to be out here because God has given me all the opportunities to have my brother on my back, being my guardian angel. I've said hundreds of times over, I'm a 2-1, myself, but also my brother with me right now. He's really pushing me every day. And like I said, I think just taking it one day at a time, not really being too sorry that it was my job now. So there's no reason to look at it with big gloomy eyes, and you might as well just come here, put your head down, celebrate, celebrate and respect the God and out as quick as possible.
Morgan, what was the first impression like of our American employees in court today, kind of thinking it actually level up and really sweat for it?
It was amazing. We had a great group of guys out here. It's been awesome. Everybody coming in the building, putting a lot of name to faces. We have a special class. They drafted, undrafted free agents and all the guys out here trying out. Everybody I've met has been a stellar guy, A-plus individual. And I think that speaks for what they're trying to do here. I think that speaks for their organization, people they bring in. And just the class of all these guys who really looking forward to the most that's upcoming season. Just to keep on learning. I don't call anything failing. I take that as a learning curve. Anything you do, you want to rep, you don't want to rep, but you can always learn from it, even if you think it might be a perfect rep. So I think it's really different, especially as a guy like, Jacoby Myers, Stephen, at quarterback, some real vets, it's going to be awesome. And getting with the next week, really start picking that brain. And seeing how they see things and start understanding from the true pro level.
Shine me a light, another again.
Like one, so finally get out here, get to work with this thing. It's just exciting. How much of a breakdown when I'm what's up? It's a good deal. It's right there on the field, so now I'm just seeing everything, how it all works. But also, what I can just watching other people go.
What would you say so far has been the biggest transition for you from out of college?
I'll probably say this the city, it's a little dry and a little hotter, so I'll probably say that's a big show. There's a whole lot of same playground here, but have a world I guess, but I just want to go around this real cool. Yeah, for sure, it's celebrating with my family, just sharing the moment with them. Jackson just started. We're all looking at each other, giving my teacher was saying yesterday about make the relationships, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
Once you not get to know Jack specifically, you guys probably should have a large role in this offense for years to come.
Yeah, just great guy, great energy, just ready to come to work and ready to compete every day. So, thank you about 150 but you guys have a few guys and settle the Husband World Cup stand up. No, we had a back on the hoops. That's what we're looking to get for the next couple of days. So you're looking at that. Just build relationships with everybody around you. Just help let the learn this person, get better, learn to play good, and just first let me see if we can place. Absolutely, it's good. Person will get around, and stuff like that. How you practice. Potentially to, like you said, a great coach, great energy, great personality, and I'm excited to continue building a relationship with them.
Exactly.
Exactly. Last day in college, from that point on was exactly or striking the right notes with the NFL, and all of a sudden you guys this year's job down. Is that a easy transition to make or a difficult transition to make?
I think from after the combine and up until this point, you're doing everything you can to prepare for it, and as a rookie you'll have to adjust, but I think I've done everything I could and everything I can to allow myself to hit the ground running when I got here. So I think you said after you were drafted, what you felt separates you is how hard you worked to get here, and you've been facing adversity so ups and downs. But looking back, what was kind of the hardest thing that they were coming after you people have done with you back in the NFL? I mean, really, changing this after 3 years of college, going from after players here for 3 seasons and then trying to pick up on corner, which I never really played before. I think that's one of the hardest things you can do, and I think what separated me and allowed me to get to this point was how hard I looked at it. Obviously my athleticism would help me a lot, but I didn't want to be the guy that had to rely on his athleticism. I wanted to be technical, and I wanted to know everything that I had to know. So
when you're at quarterback, you think like a wide receiver, and does that help you with that?
Absolutely. Taking that knowledge I learned from playing offense to the defensive side helps me re-snap, pick up on the things the offense might be doing. So I definitely use that to my advantage.
And didn't play it off.
I think just getting comfortable with technique. Like I said, I'm comfortable kind of learning how to run ball, but really emphasizing a lot of strides. And I think I'm going to know, everyone's excited. There's a lot of news going around. You know, everyone, yeah, we made it to the NFL, but now the thing is to stay here and make your mark here. So, you know, everyone's flying around. Everyone's got really good energy, and you know, we've only been here for 2 days, but you know, you already started forming relationships that you can lean on those guys. So, you know, I think it's really special, and I think, you know, over this next week, maybe we're going to keep going.
See, practicing the back pedal, something a bit more monthly. Oh, yeah, what do you think of him bringing that kind of enthusiasm to rookie mini camp?
You know, I think it's awesome to have, you know, your head coach, you know, out there, you know, giving you that one-on-one, you know, or with the other quarterbacks, giving you that kind of those tips with his gloves on. You know, he's out there working on his press, you know, so it's funny, but, you know, I really appreciate it, and, you know, to see that kind of energy in rookie mini camp this early, you know, in the process, it is awesome.
So that
it was me and other corners, yeah, you know, it was just me, but yeah.
You know, his reputation kind of developing defensive back before you got your eyes going into the draft process. It's kind of been a crash course on his history.
Yeah, you know, everyone knows, you know, what he did in Seattle with Sherman, you know, that Legion of Boom. But, you know, I was a big fan of Pete Carroll. I grew up a USC fan, so I was watching, you know, him in the early to mid-2000s with USC. So, for me, it's kind of surreal, you know, to have this kind of come full circle for me now just by, you know, head coach in the NFL, you know, watching USC. So, it's just great.
You know, the defensive backs that he worked with the Legion of Boom that maybe you're kind of like modeling yourself after?
You know, you kind of caught him at the end of his tenure in Seattle with 3-1. You know, Richard Sherman, Grayson.
I think I've done but, you know, looking to make conversations up there, you know, work with it.
Very all fast guys. When you look at somebody that big and that fast, I like yourself, what do you see what's on the foot?
You know, I think he gives that unique challenge. He's not just big, you know, he's big and he can run, so you know, you really got to be on point. You know, for the fast guy, you know, you got to keep your hands on him. Try to just run the timing of the route, but you know, with 1 day in, I'm excited to keep going against him and Jack, and you know, iron something iron.
These guys have a lot of decisions kind of go drawing with it, but this is something like something about it.
Yeah. You know, I think it's just now you're here, you know, so you know, you can't get too caught up in it, and I don't think I have, but you know, it was certainly, you know, draft by was surreal talking to him on the phone, but now he's my coach, and you know, just got to do what he says and take all the coaching I can get.
About knowing that a lot of corners that have a lot of experience in here. So much more to grow. How do you know about that?
I think it's, you know, obviously I know that my best football's still ahead, but I'm here and I've done everything to put myself in this position. And, you know, I was drafted in the 3rd round, and, you know, I'm still learning. You know, so for me, it gives me confidence to know that I've been able to make it, but I'm still learning, I'm still growing. You know.
The corner. How much more is it? But how far down the center with the full, with the little,
you know, he just to play. You know, it's not easy to do. You know, playing one side of the ball, it's not like that, but to do play offense and defense at the elite level, you know, you got to be pretty special. So, you know, I think it's really awesome.
I want you to do that here. It's pretty good football. Can you do that here?
We shall see. You know, that's not up to me. I'll do it, but we'll see.
It's hard. I'm ready to start. How about the Prince? No, it's all fun. Floss of the bike. Now street bike. Floss.
Beat that tank's ass. Let's go. You gotta do as much damage because he's deflecting all of it, but
Energy was great. I mean, you can kind of feel it. It wasn't that hot today. I mean, maybe I think so, but coming from Texas, I mean, it felt nice out here. So, Pete Carroll really sets the standards, and I think everyone followed it. It was great to be out here and just be able to beat me, create the energy and beat the energy. So I had a great time.
What can you say about those standards that Pete Carroll's been setting for this group so far out here and how the group has embraced it?
One, I mean, you can tell Pete Carroll's been doing this forever, so it's amazing to be able to play for him. And so he's very backed by his knowledge and, where he's been and what he's done. And so, when he's giving his standards, where he's telling us how it's going to be, he's also backing it with where he's been and how he's done it before. And so it's really easy for all of us to buy in. And, he makes it exciting, so it's even easier.
What are you hoping to get out of training camp mini camp?
I mean, I'm also personally just trying to set my own standard for, how guys are going to see just how I operate the building, the type of pro I'm going to be, the type of player I'm going to be. I want to be here for a really long time. I want to build a legacy here. And so, that starts right now by just setting the standard and being consistent and sticking to it.
So you're working a little bit extra on the technique right after the group road. So what can you say to the differences that you've seen so far at this level versus the college level?
I mean, right now it's really just speed and just personal accountability. If you're not going to be personally accountable to your own technique, to your own time to get better, we kind of like you're the CEO of your own company and your company is you. And so if you're not going to take care of it, you're not going to work on it, then they're going to get paid. So it's kind of up to you to make that happen. So afterwards I got beat on, inside with working back outside. So that was just something I wanted to get some quick work at.
How do you navigate the emotions between like, oh my God, I'm in the NFL now, and this is my job, I'm here to work just like everybody else?
Same way I navigate the emotions and everything I'm doing. I have a daughter, and so when she's mad, I can't get mad because she's 5 years old. So I try to be very humble. God brought me to this point. I thank Him for the ability and opportunity to do what I'm doing, and so I know that He brought me here for a reason. I gotta focus on what I'm doing and the task at hand. I kind of say what we say day by day. So, right now after this, I got to get done. Treatment, watch the film before the meetings, and just go through the process, stick to my routine, same thing I did at Tech, and then take from some other guys, take from some pros who are going to be able to show me what I need to do.
Looks like they're trying to get out of guard first. It's a transition for you to play tackle. How has that transition gone, and do you feel like that's going to be fairly seamless?
Yeah, I've had a great time transitioning back and forth. I told them in the draft, I want to be a guy that can play all five. I got some sacks in when we started. I was playing tackle, playing guard. And so, wherever they're going to need me to fit in, that's where I want to be. It's all kind of meshing the same at this point. I don't call myself a tackler. I call myself an O-lineman, And so that's just where I'm at. Wherever they need me, that's where I'll put myself, and that's where I'm going to work. So,
obviously, your contract yet, but what your impressions of the Ashton?
So we were just talking. Funny history kind of goes back. Like we played each other in scrimmages in high school. And like a bunch of our friends know each other just from the same area. I have players who play with him, and so just hearing a lot about him. I'm excited to continue to be around him, see how he works, see how he's a pro. I've heard a lot about how he approaches the game and how he does a great job, and so I'm excited to just be a part of that.
Do you remember him specifically from the high school scrimmages?
I don't because he happened to have Marvin Mims on his team. He has the record for high school football receiving yards, so he was kind of doing his thing back then. So
I know you running off on and trying to be a versatile guy, but how different is it really when you line up and technique standpoint, reads, all those things?
The interior third all pretty similar. So, you got time for football. Playing tackle, you're just in a lot of space. Playing probably one of the best athletes on the field. And, you just got to be able to adjust, got to be able to understand what you're doing, what the team needs you to do, what the guys next to you need you to do. I think that's an amazing part about playing both. It's because when I'm playing guard, I know what that tackle needs from me in the double team. The same thing when I'm playing tackle, I know what that guard needs from me. And so it really just allows me to be able to play much better and, understand how everyone's going to be able to work together.
There are guys who say, I'm a tackle, or I'm a guard, I'm a center, whatever they want to play with, they don't be that guy. Like, what is it about you that says, like, I just do what helps me?
That's just who I am. I fell in love with football, watching Jabril Peppers play 18 positions for Michigan. And, I'm an offensive lineman, so there's only so much I can do, but I want to do as much as I can. And so, same thing, playing offensive line is about the five guys all being together. And so when you cross-train and you play everything, you kind of start to understand how they all need to work together and what you need from each other. And so it's kind of the difference of running your role versus running concepts. You know what everyone needs to do and how everyone needs to get it done. It allows you to do your job better.
What's been your first impression of the NFL, the facility, the Raiders?
It's incredible. This is awesome. It's probably the most people I've ever talked to at once in media. And so, I mean, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm happy to continue to go through this process and learn. I'm one day in, so I mean, I don't have too much of an impression yet, but I'm just going to keep doing everything I can and just try to keep learning as much as I can. All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a blessed day.
Do you think this camera will cover up my friend's overpowering salon? Impossible. Do you mind paying all I have for initials? Not at all. Change friendly.
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card.
Let's do things for its fresh mom. Real things. Cookies. Things for mom.
Hello, everybody. This is Hondo Carpenter, your Las Vegas Raiders beat writer on SI and the host of the Las Vegas Raiders Insider podcast with another exclusive for you. Just breaking down here on the broadcast. We're going through the Raiders position groups, and today we're going to talk about the safety. Now, last year the Raiders on their initial 53-man roster, carried 4 safeties. I think that's what they're going to do again this year. We're going to go over originally the leading 4, who I think will, if they were doing the 53-man roster today, who I believe those gentlemen would be, and then we'll talk about the other 3 as well. Let's start with a guy that everybody knows how much I like. I think he is a burgeoning star. I like literally every single thing about his game, but if there's one thing I like more than anything, it's that he does not repeat mistakes. This coaching staff loves the fact that he doesn't repeat mistakes. He takes coaching extremely well. He internalizes it, he takes it, he goes back and watches film to make sure he can identify exactly why he did what he did, and then he corrects it by developing the muscle memory, because what happens is you're going to play the way you practice. If you practice lazily with bad technique, you're going to play that way because it's just muscle memory. And this guy does not allow himself that. Doesn't allow himself any opportunity to fail. Max Crosby is the gold standard of work on this team. But this guy mimics it. And he is one, when you talk to teammates about him, his name comes up about how hard he works, and that's Isaiah Polamau. You guys know that I love everything about IPM's game. I like the vision. I like his ability for quick analysis. He does not have to think. Now, I'm going to explain something, because when you say that, people who are not close to the game every single day think that you're saying somebody is stupid, and there's nothing. If you met IPM, you'd expect him to be a doctor. That's just the way he is. He's super intelligent. But what happens is you play the game. If you think back when you started driver's training and how careful you were. I remember right after I started taking driver's training, my mom and I went on a trip. It was 3 states. We drove it. And we got there, and she literally said to me, "You're driving me crazy. You got to sit in the back seat and take a nap on the way home." I go, "Why?" Because she's like, "You're telling me I didn't brake 150 feet in front, whatever, stop." Well, now when you drive, it's just muscle memory. It's instinct. I don't even think about driving anymore. My point is, when you play this game and you pay attention to it, you want to understand it, practice, watch film, and do so much that when you get in the game, it's muscle memory. You're not thinking, because you've already done all of your thinking. And so it's not a slam on IPM in any way. He's a super smart kid. But it's his will to prepare. I've shared this with you before. Bobby Knight, the legendary college basketball coach, once he and I were talking about winners. And I made the comment to him, what are some things that you look for when you're really trying to find out, is this kid a guy, is he a winner? How do you know that this kid's just addicted to winning? And Bobby said to me, Bobby Knight, he said, it's not the will to win. Everybody wants to win. He goes, you're playing checkers with your girlfriend, and you want to beat her. He goes, whatever, you're playing cards, you're out hunting, you want to kill the most rabbits, pheasants, whatever. He said, so what I look for is the will to prepare to win. And I'll never forget this, but he said to me, I'd rather go watch the kid in practice than watch him in a game. If he's good enough for me to go watch him in practice, where do you know what he can do in a game? And is his will there to prepare to win? Now, to the best of my knowledge, I've not met IPM's family. I may have because I've met so many and I don't remember it. So if that's the case, I do apologize. But this kid is a testimony to his family. Just his character as a human and his work ethic. He has worked hard to turn himself into a burgeoning star in the National Football League. Patrick Graham does not like him. He loves him. And his play, allowed them to let a Marcus Epps go and to not be super sad about Trayvon Merrick. They didn't want to lose Trayvon. I'm not rewriting history. They didn't want to lose him. But at the price that he was paid, it was not wise. And we'll get into that more in a minute. But IPM gets the extension. This kid is a burgeoning star. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story. I was in the airport the other day, and I don't remember where it was at. I think I was in Dallas. I may have been in Miami, or it could have been in Philly. But I was in one of those airports. There's been so many lately. But I was in an airport. Now that I think about it, I just don't remember. But a person comes up to me and says, hey, Hondo, how are you? They're a big Raider fan. He said, my son wants a jersey.
Eating has affected my confidence. I found him. The app is easy. I know that I'm going to be ready to perform.
It was better for both of us.
Treat ED with doctor-trusted medication. Get started today at hims.com.
I said, oh, cool. And he goes, any recommendations? I said, well, a Max Crosby jersey is always a great jersey. I go, Brock Bowers after his first year, that'd be a good jersey. He goes, I want to get him one of maybe a guy that's coming. So he has it when the guy really steps on the scene. I said, boom, IPM. I said, there's a lot of really good young players on this football team, but I said, IPM, I said, on the field, off the field, just a peach of a human. And he's a really good football player. Now, JPJ is in that class. And there are a bunch of others. But I'm just saying, he asked for a guy that maybe a lot of people don't know about. People know about JPJ and others. I said, IPM. And this kid, I think, has potential to become a Pro Bowl player. I don't think he's there as we sit here. Well, we know he's not because he didn't make the Pro Bowl last year. But I think he's a guy on that cusp. And because of that work ethic, he's going to work his way there. I don't have enough good to say about IPM. And I know other teams have a lot of good to say about him as well. I have a friend whose team, checked him out when he was coming out. And, they said to me after they watched him, and so they were watching film of the Raiders last year because they were going to play somebody the Raiders had played. And the guy mentioned to Shannon and I about Isaiah Palomao. He goes, man, that kid has really blossomed. And I said, yeah, he really has. He goes, man, that guy's a testimony to Patrick Graham and his staff. He goes, that kid just sticks out on film. That's other people at other teams. So that tells you about IPM. And you know, some guys are born with incredible God-given talent and don't have a lot of work ethic. So football becomes easy for them and they take it for granted. Then there are some guys that don't have as much athletic talent but have a will, and they will themselves to be great. I'm going to say something that's probably going to be controversial, and it's not meant to be. It's a complete compliment. I had a former University of Michigan coach say to me, it was on staff, who loves Tom Brady, loves him, doesn't like him, loves him, who said to me, Tom Brady was never the most talented quarterback.
Like talking shit.
But Tom Brady was always the hardest working quarterback. And he told me that he uses Tom Brady as a testimony to young players who maybe aren't as talented. Well, neither was Tom Brady. But he willed himself. That is an IPM. I do not have enough good to say about IPM. And I am
Have a fine day, combatant.
strong believer in his game. Next is Jeremy Chin. Now, I want to talk to you about Chin for a moment. I really like Chin a lot. And I was flabbergasted when Trayvon Barrett got the offer he got. He got an offer that you really only expect from a team that feels like, okay, we are a safety away from being a Super Bowl contender. It was just a flabbergasting offer. Good for him, by the way. In case any of you think I am the guy over here ripping that, I am a free market capitalist, and I absolutely support, love, and enjoy when anybody prospers. I take joy in that. I learned a really hard lesson when I was a teenage boy on that. And I had to do it with my brother Greg, by the way. But I learned a really difficult lesson, and my father, who was a tremendous dad, really corrected me immediately. And it was a great lesson. One of the best. He gave me so many great lessons, but it was a great lesson. And I am a cheerleader for people. I want everybody to do good. You know, the people that I compete with who are other beat writers, I want them to do well. And it doesn't mean Hondo's failed. I want them to, first of all, I know them all. I like them. I know that, you know, they're good family guys, or some of them are single, but good men who come from good families. I want them to prosper. I want them to do well. I care about them as people. I don't know any of you, and every day when Shannon and I pray for you guys, we pray for Raider Nation, and we thank God for the privilege of being a beat writer that serves you. We pray and ask God for your prosperity and for your lives, that the God's blessing will be on them.
She was born the day that she did the stem cell transplant. So Lord Kennedy to get treatment here without having to pay anything was a huge help. Thank you.
When I say flabbergasted, like he don't deserve it. He absolutely deserves it. Somebody's willing to pay him. I just could not believe the dollars. And let me tell you, multiple teams around the NFL were like, what? They couldn't believe it. So if you had said to me going into free agency, you can have Jeremy Chin or Trayvon Merritt, I'm going to take Trayvon Merritt. So I want to be clear about that. I'm not rewriting history. But if you said to me, here's the dollars, and you're the GM, Hondo, here are the dollars that Merritt's going to get, and here's what you can pay for Chin, I'm taking Chin every day of the week. I do not think it's a massive drop-off at all. In fact, the Chin brings a little bit of versatility that Merritt didn't. And at the price the Raiders got him, they stole Chin. There's your two starting safeties right there, IPM and Jeremy Chin, and they're good. And I don't think they're the best safety combo in the NFL, but I got them in the top 7. Top 7. They're that good. Now, where you start getting in trouble with the Raiders is depth. Safety depth is brutal. Now, there's some young guys with a lot of promise. But could-you, should-yous, and would-yous don't cut it in the NFL. Proof of the pudding's in the eating. You got to go out there and eat. You got to go out there and produce. Let's talk about that. If I had to pick the next guy that I expect to make the roster, it's going to be Lonnie Johnson. Comes over as a free agent. I'm going to be very blunt with you about Lonnie. You will not find anybody in the NFL with a bad word to say about this gentleman as a person. But he has underproduced as a safety. Been a terrific special teamer, but is underproduced as a safety. However, if you're going to play and be a backup safety in the NFL, you've got to produce on special teams. And he's not just a good special teamer, he's a very elite special teams player. So this was a really good get by the Raiders. You got some young guys that are going to push him for that spot. If I had to predict today, if I was doing my 53-man projection today, he'd be on the roster. But he's a guy these young bucks can push. And he's got an instinct. He's great in the locker room. He's no problem whatsoever. That's why he stayed in the league. Everybody thinks the only guys who stick around in the league are superstars. Okay, well, look at Brian Hoyer and Drew Stanton. Two gentlemen that I'm very close friends with. Not partial friends. Legitimate, close friends. I don't think it's unfair, and I know that both will be aware of what I say. Neither one was a superstar in the NFL. They had jewelry and hardware, made a lot of money, and the fact that they were on a roster as an NFL quarterback means they are a great player. But neither was a superstar. So why do you stay around? You're a great teammate. You help people. You do all of the intangibles. Okay? That's Lonnie Johnson. But he's so good on special teams that he's almost an insurance policy. All right? He's never really produced as a safety when given that, go get him. He plays it. Okay? Fair. But he's good, solid backup with special teams, and he's an insurance policy if one of these young guys don't beat him up. So right now, I would project him on the 53, but certainly, whereas Chin and IPM are solid locks, he is not. He is beatable on the roster spot. If I had to pick the next guy to make the roster, and remember, I try to go through these in order of where I think their position safety is. Not safety as in playing safety, but the security of the roster spot. Two guys locked in. They're not going anywhere. I think Lonnie's not locked in, but certainly secure. Beatable. The next guy has the edge because he made the 53-man last year. But to say that his career so far has not been disappointing would be unfair because it has been.
Guys, my wife is gonna recap. This thing changed my marriage. It's embarrassing, but cat's out of the bag. When I hit my 40s, I developed ED. Apparently, this happens to a lot more guys than I thought, but it still really sucks. I did try the Viagra stuff, and honestly, when it did get me hard down here, it did nothing to help up here. I decided to say screw it and see if you get what you pay for mattered with ED meds. And gentlemen, this may be the premium, but my God, it is premium. I'm performing better now than when I was in my 20s. My wife might love these even more than I do. I'm ready to go in minutes. And it actually tastes good. This thing combines the ingredients of Viagra and Cialis with apomorphine. It turns Junior into a dang gladiator. I love this stuff and can't recommend it enough. Go get Rusciente ready today.
I'm going back and moving forward with Purdue Global. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
He's been unable to get to a place of constant contribution. He hasn't been really able to put anything out there that says, look, I belong. Now he's entering his money year. So you give him a mulligan on those. But this is Chris Smith. Now we know Chris Smith can play football. We know that Chris Smith, I say me, is a tremendous human being. Georgia doesn't win at least one of their national titles under Kirby Smart without him. He's smart and was selected to really be a Marcus Epps replacement. Huge football IQ like Epps. They thought he'd be moving guys around, putting them in position. And 2 and 2 has not equaled 4 with Smith in the National Football League as of now. Okay, I have not given up on Smith. If this year is like previous years, I will. And it's not giving up on the person, great kid. But this is his proving year now. And there's so much talent there and so much proven at a high level at Georgia. I just don't think you can bet against this kid. I can understand why people are like, oh my God, what's going on? He's already banging. I get all that. I get it. Duly noted, and quite frankly, germane. And I haven't given up on Smith. There's just too much there. There's too much there. And he just brings a lot of football intangibles that I would say to you, those intangibles make him, I just think he's going to, if I had to pick the 53 man today, I'd put him at 4. I'd put him at 4. I think he's got a shot. And I haven't given up on him. There's just too many intangibles there. Talking about the football IQ, what he's done in Georgia. I understand some of why he has not produced at the NFL level, but this is the year he's got to. He's got to. I have a very good friend who had a son with a ton of potential. And finally, he sits the kid down, 26, and said, I have done all that I can do for you now. And he didn't helicopter dad him, and he didn't baby him at all. But he said to his son, you got to prove it now. You can't go through life on potential. Chris Smith has a ton of potential. He's already proven a lot of it at a high level at Georgia. Now it's his turn to do it here, but I'm going to share one thing with you about Chris Smith. And somebody from Georgia shared this with me, and I really respect this person, so I respect what they said to me. Every single time his back's been up against the wall, he's proven it.
Bollocks. Do I look like your mum? What are you going on about?
Raider Nation, I don't think it's time to give up on that kid. Let's just wait and see. But I'm going to watch him close, and as you saw today, I'm not afraid to be critical. You can be critical and not be attacking of a person's character, because it's not a character issue with Chris. It's a production issue. The guy that's right behind Chris and pushing him, and quite frankly, I think could beat Chris or Lonnie. Wouldn't surprise me if he beat either one. I'm all in on this guy. I am all in on this guy. I like this guy. I like him as a human. I like him as a player. All the accolades from the Air Force Academy, one of our American heroes. God bless our military. Man, I appreciate all you in our military. God bless each and every one of you. Former, current, or if you're a youngster thinking about joining it, what a great way to grow up than to serve the greatest nation on the earth. God bless all of our warriors who do this. No matter the color, creed, the religion, they just say, listen, I'm going to go serve America. God bless every one of you. I want you to know, Shannon, I pray for you every single day. And if you've already served, we thank God for your service. And if you're serving, we pray and ask God for your protection. And if you're thinking about joining, we thank God for your willingness. I go to work, and my kid worries if I'm going to get a paper cut. Our warriors go to work, and their family worry, are they going to die? God bless you. Same with our police officers and firefighters. God bless every one of you. Trey Taylor. Raiders really stole him in the draft last year. And last year was a disappointment, but it was disappointment for, it was an adjustment. So when I say it's a disappointment, and he's just got to work hard, which is never a question with him. Never. That guy is a hard worker. But he's got to stay healthy, and I expect him to produce. I would not be shocked if he beat out Lonnie Johnson. Again, I'm gonna believe in Chris. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked if he beat out Chris and Lonnie stayed on the roster. But I am all on Team Trey Taylor. I believe in him, and he is singularly focused, and he's a hard worker. That guy really early, especially before he kind of hit his rough patch, that kid impressed some people with some work ethic, and he's super smart. I remember one teammate, I asked him last year, what do you think of Taylor? He said, man, that dude's smart. I go, really? He goes, yeah. He's talking about something. I looked at him, and what are you talking about? He goes, oh, yeah, reading the tackle. And, he's back in a safety position, but he's talking about looking for tells on tackles. Pretty good stuff. In fact, one thing that he identified on one of the Raiders' tackles got to the coaching staff. So this kid's got a brain to go along with that physical body, and he is a heat-seeking missile. He's from the Air Force, man. So he's not afraid of combat, and he'll just go in there and launch himself. He is a safety who is very comfortable with coming up and just saying, bam! You watch Trey Taylor, man, he is a thumper. This guy, he will totally come up and be Mr. Physicality. But then he gets to the NFL, and that's the name of the game here. That's why they liked him. But it's an adjustment. Got to stay healthy. But Trey Taylor's a guy. I am waving the Trey Taylor flag here. I believe in this kid. But it's going to be an adjustment. And he's got to have a big offseason, make a statement. And I for sure think he'll, If he doesn't make the roster, then I think he makes the practice squad. But it still develops. But this guy has a place in the National Football League. He's got a place there. Then I want to talk to you about a kid that I really like him just watching the film. I don't know him as a person, so I don't want to pretend that I do. But this young man played at Notre Dame, Thomas Harper. He intrigues them a little bit. You know, I talked about guys that are marginal on the roster, or guys that are, you know, maybe on the bubble. They may be, you don't find, like IPM does so much right. Jeremy Chin, so much right. That's why they're locks. Okay? If you get past those two, everybody's got warts. Some, with Trey Taylor, youth. Some with Chris Smith, just has to, he's got all the pieces, now he has to put it all together. Same way here with Thomas Harper. This guy he intrigues this staff. He needs to have big OTAs, big mandatory meeting camp, and then come into training camp and get a fast start. I'm going to be watching him super, super close. Super close. But he's just got that. He just got enough there that you're like, a little bit of hit there. A little bit of hit. A little bit of something. Just something there that says, and that's a football player now. He's not polished. He's not an IPM or a chin. But he got a little something. Needs to be developed. But he's got something. That's Thomas Harper. And then the last kid I want to talk to, make sure I talked about everybody. I did. The last one I talked about is Hudson Clark out of Arkansas. It's a UDFA. Now, if you watched my podcast about him after the UDFAs, I talked about him, and I talked to several teams about all the UDFAs. He is the only one, he is the safety out of Arkansas that one team I talked to had a draftable grade on him. Now, this is a guy I think is going to make the practice squad. Okay? Super smart. In fact, I told you one person even told me if the kid doesn't make it in the NFL, he's going to be a coach. His uncle, I think it's his grandfather, is a Hall of Fame coach in Arkansas. His dad actually works for I think it's the Dallas Cowboys. But this kid, super smart football player. Now, he's got slight frame. He's got slight frame. Smart player, but he's a slight frame. A slight frame. One scout told me, you put the film in, and he's the smartest player on the field when he plays. He's just super smart.
Has affected my confidence. I found him. The app is easy. I know that I'm going to be ready to perform.
It was better for both of us.
Treat ED with doctor-trusted medication. Get started today at hims.com.
What you want to do is save hundreds with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
He, again, slight frame, but an athletic build. Decent length, but he's heady. He's an opportunistic defensive back who exhibits high-quality instincts. He can recognize routes really quick, so where he's not as super athletic, because of his quick ability to identify stuff, bam, he's able to adjust. So he makes more plays than his athleticism would tell you. Has great awareness and has tremendous pre-snap and post-snap ability to read. Okay? Now, a lot of holes here. But I could see him going the IPM route and being developed because there's a lot to develop here. This young man, he's gotten some in. Not polished. I don't think he's ready for a 53 man. But you know what? An injury or two, and he really puts it all together because he is so smart. He may be able to sneak on and win a spot because he plays tremendous special teams. But there's just some stuff here with young Hudson Clark. Don't overlook Hudson Clark. If you do, it's a UDFA, but you do at your own peril. He's got some goods. He isn't the grocery store. He's got some goods. He's got enough to earn the right to stick around. That's why he's here. Now the question is, what does he do with it? And again, one team had a draft grade. We're going to see what he does. But I find him to be very, very fascinating. He's interesting to me. Again, I think he makes the practice squad. Don't think he makes the 53, but he could. But he's a guy that if he makes that practice squad,